It's Nancy from She's Got Yarn. I'm in Baxley, Georgia. We just got back from out in the woods. Come here, come here. This is Ellie. Smelly Ellie. She's a Jack Russell, if you can't tell. What? Her daddy's outside and he won't let her outside because she likes to roll in things. Yeah, so you have to stay inside. But we went out to the blind about, I don't know, 7:30. We saw a 4-point. He poked his head out of the woods and we just watched him walk by, and then I don't know, about 30 minutes later we saw another one, and he took off. I got him on video. And then I'm out here to just spend time with my dad, not to really hunt, so we're playing hunting. Dressing like we're hunting. I am anyways. But let me show you what I've been doing in the blind. A blind is it's like a little building with little holes cut out so you can see what's going on. Anyways, look, I did this in one night. This is a sweater. Well, it's a wannabe sweater. I probably made it too wide. I was watching a video and the girl said that for every, let's see, she said, well, I'm doing the cast on the, it's not the English, it's the other Continental. And she said every 5 inches, oh gosh, now I can't remember what she said. Like if you need 5 inches, take 15 for the strand. And then, I don't know, somehow she had, I can't remember now, I have to watch the video again. She told me how to figure out how wide to make it. Well, she's probably this little skinny thing. She didn't say what size she was, but she said mine's, she cast it on 75, so I cast it on 80. And it's a cardigan. And it's out of Woolies, the color Carousel. But her cardigan was so pretty, so it's gonna be wide, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. I mean, I like big fluffy stuff. So anyways, I thought I would brush up on my knitting while I'm here in the woods, because I'm working on a white blanket and Christmas tree skirt. It's got white in it. Then there's the blanket I'm making for my son-in-law. It doesn't have white. I brought that, and I brought the sweater. So I will have the sweater done this week. Tim's sweater, it'll be done this week. I could probably finish it in an afternoon. But because I've been sewing in the ends as I go, kind of thing. So all I'll have to do is just no, it'll be done in no time. I'll probably have 3 or 4 ends to weave in, because I've been doing that thumb knot, and let me tell you, you guys could look at that sweater and never find a knot. I mean, it's the greatest thing, I think. I think it's a great idea. And I'm using it, and it's saving me a lot of dreadful sewing in the weaves. You know, I hate sewing in the ends. Everybody does. Most people do. So, but anyways, I'm almost done with the dreaded sleeves. I'm on the dreaded sleeves because it seems like a lot of my whips are missing sleeves. a lot of my UFOs. But this yarn, ooh, working it pretty. This is the knit side. And this is the purl side. You guys see it? I'm afraid to move closer. I'm afraid the camera will fall. It's balancing on an air mattress. Yes. I had to take my iPad with me this afternoon because my phone didn't charge. So I left it here on the charger. I don't know where it is, but that's not important right now. Okay, nobody ate my earbuds. It seems like every time I'm around my dad or my mom, somebody's dog, whether it be mine or his, they're eating my earbuds. And I love the 2 earbuds that my 2 favorite pair, they're gone. So I bought a cheap pair. They work just as good. I used them the other one night on my live. But I know my mom spent the night with me. Next morning she goes, it might have been that evening, she goes, there's something blue glowing in Susie's mouth. It was my earbud, little turd. She hops up on that stand when I've caught her a couple times. And you know, she's not scolding because she's spoiled and rotten. She's too stinking cute to get mad at or stay mad at. Let me adjust the screen here, because I want to talk to you guys and knit. So, yeah, I brought a few things with me. I brought, that's my new polished nail polish. It's like stickers. You stick them to your nails and they stay on for a week. The last one stayed on for a good week. My nails are disgusting because I'm out here at camp. But every time I break out the knitting needles, I learn something new. And I dropped a couple stitches, you guys. I want to see how I pick up the stitches. So I get my crochet hook. Make sure you're doing the right side. This is the knit side. So I picked up one stitch, go to the next one, and pull that through. Go to the top stitch, pull that through, and put it back. It used to be very stressful. I didn't know how to do that, and nothing got done. So if you dropped a stitch, that's how easy it is to pick it up. See? Cold coffee. Hey, it's warm. Room temperature. But yeah, I'm not going to use a thin yarn. I will never torture myself with knitting with a thin yarn. Not yet. I'm not ready. But every time I pick up the needles, I figure something out new. Like let's see, we're on the purl side. You know, the do's and the don'ts. No, we're not on the purl side, sorry. We're on the knit side. But just always look at your rows when you're done to make sure you did everything properly all the way around to the end, because on one of these rows, I started the knit stitch and then I started purling out of, for no reason. I just wasn't paying attention. So I had to tink it. I had to tink 2 rows yesterday, but you just gotta look at your work and make sure you're doing the right stitch. I think this is the stockinette. When you have knit on one side and purl on the other side. And I'm no teacher, but I'm just letting whoever's listening may want to know. Most of you are crocheters, and I'm a crocheter, but it's nice to know that I know how to knit. It's a good feeling that I can knit, because maybe once in a blue moon I might do a project like this, you know? I just hope I can finish it. You know what I would like to do, and I might, if I ever do it, do a sweater like this, but do it with the raglan. I think I would know. You just do 2 stitches at a marked area, right? I think I would like to learn how to do that. Or try it. That's I mean, I'm kind of self-taught, you know. I just watch videos, and everybody said keep going, and every time the more I do, the better I get. And of course, if you're new at knitting, don't pick a big project like Nancy would. Like I did a sweater, my first project, but I finished it. The second sweater I haven't finished. The yarn is that halo, like latte cake, and it's just a thinner yarn, and I don't know, I was too new of a knitter to work with that yarn and that type of project. I bit off more than I can chew, but I'm getting better at it, so I'll finish it eventually. I've done a few rows without having to frog anything, and frogging and knitting is not fun because you have to tink it. It takes forever. Unless you have a lifeline, you know, put a lifeline in, and then I guess you could frog it back faster. But I saw this pattern the young lady made, and it was beautiful. But it seemed like it had more white in it. I don't know. It seemed like it was more striped. But she said it was carousel, so we'll see. You know, a reflection of yarn looks different on different cameras. I have realized that. Sometimes things look better on a camera than they do in person, or vice versa. So, you guys want to see my cool boots? I bought them for fun. I'm not going to talk to her, she'll start barking. So, but I have absolutely no service out here. I've been trying, I want to call Lynette and tell her, hey Lynette, I'm alive. She called me, I missed her call, and then by the time I saw her call, I had no service. Last night I probably could have called her, but we went out to dinner. We went to some seafood restaurant, and I had shrimp. It's kind of dry. I don't know. It wasn't that great. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. I can't look at her. She'll start whining. Last night she kept hiding her cookies under, like, on each side of me. And she had a fit when I picked one up to move it so I wouldn't lay on it. She started barking at me. But it's something else I figured out. When you're knitting, I put my middle finger on the stitch below the stitch I'm going to work in and push it up. Like this is a knit, and then I'll hold it on so it doesn't come flying off, and then I push up. I'm trying to figure out how to knit faster, you know, so, but I'm getting better. Something ain't right. There. Yeah, something ain't right. I missed something. Yeah, I missed that whole stitch. I'm trying to hold it out so you can see it, and I messed myself up. Alright, here we go. No, this is twisted. Hold on. It's twist. There we go. It's twisted. This yarn is splitty also, but I like it because it's number 5 bulky. I like working with it. That looks a little better. What something looks different than the stitch next to it. I don't know what it is. Let me see. There, that's better. I had it twisted. Yeah, you just gotta take your time and try to understand when you do a stitch, look at it. Make sure you know what it is. I've made one hat. Ross, smells great guy, has a great tutorial. I haven't done it yet, but I've watched it several times. I don't make hats because I don't wear them. I mean, we're in Florida. And, you know, I've always asked all my kids, if I make you a hat, will you wear it? No, Mom. So, I made a few for the kids. And I've never once seen them wear it. Oh, gosh. She's the drama queen. She cries all the time. She's a mama's girl. Why didn't you stay home with Mama? My mother's little girl. Because you didn't want to stay home with the kitty cats. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. Just so pretty. She's trembling. It's just the nervousness Jack Russells have. I used to have 3 of them at once. They live long lives too. Yeah, this is so pretty. We've come to an end. See how wide it is? Let's see how wide it is. I don't know. I think it'll be. Come here. Once I learned to purr, go lay down. I was brave enough to make something. So, and I had my mom's neighbor show me how to purl, and it was easy. And I stressed out over that for the longest time. I learned to do annoying. She's so abused. So, and I'm in Georgia and not quite ready for Christmas. I got everything packed up and mailing and everything paid for and on the boxes, and sent out in the mail. What did I do wrong here? So the only people I have to buy for is Kirkland and Gunner. I mean, I've got Gunner a whole wardrobe, but he don't want clothes. I'll get him something big. Get them both something, you know. I bought like an organ that plays music and makes tunes. And my son said that, well, they don't see. I asked them if they wanted one, and they said no. Too late. I bought one. I'm gonna take it back. I got it at Sam's. But what does an 8-year-old want that has pretty much everything she could possibly want? And they live a wonderful life. Mommy and Daddy go, go, go. They take them everywhere. Very venturous. Their grandma's boring. All I do is crochet and knit now. I got a swimming pool out back, but it's not the time. That swimming pool, if we didn't have so much money in that swimming pool, I think Tim would probably cover it up, because we don't use it that much. The dogs use it more than we do, but I could see us selling our home because of that pool if he gets tired of taking care of it. I mean, this summer he said he's going to hire a pool company. And then every summer, the windiest day of the year, it seems like the farmers decide to plow, and then it puts a whole layer of dust in the bottom of the pool that's really hard to get out. I don't know why I brought the knitting needles, but I picked up this yarn at Walmart in Georgia, and I had these. I got these knitting needles. They're a size US 15. I got them at Hobby Lobby. They clearanced them out. I think I probably paid a couple dollars for them. And I can unattach this cord. They're not a fixed cord. I bought some new Chigoos and I forgot about them. I found them, which was nice. And I think I ordered them from Michael's, and I ordered a couple pair that they clearanced out for bigger yarn. I like the Chigoos. If you're a beginner, you might not like them. They may be too slippery, but I got a pair of the Clover knitting needles. They weren't cheap, and I can't stand the feel of them. They got wood, and I want to put some polyurethane on them. They're kind of like popsicle stick feeling. I don't know. That gives me the willies. I can't knit with them, so I don't know. I'm gonna try it one more time, but I don't know. Now I have another pair that's wood, but they've got the polyurethane like this, and they're really smooth. I can't think of the name of them. They came in a gold case from Michael's. I think it was Michael's. Yeah. And I got the Clovers at Joann's. And I used a 40% coupon, I think, with both of them. They were a couple $100. I didn't pay a couple $100. I always buy that expensive stuff when it's on sale. I do buy a lot of yarn, but I buy a lot of it on sale. Once in a blue moon like this was not on sale at Walmart. And actually, you know what? I have a little bit of a video at Walmart. Yeah, I forgot about that video. I have no service here, so I figured I wasn't going to do much recording, but kind of bored. There's only so much these guys can hunt, you know? So maybe he'll take me into Georgia. I told him, I said, you know, Dad, something we haven't done in a long time, we used to do all the time, was we used to go to flea markets. And I like to go to flea markets that sell old stuff, and I like flea markets that sell new stuff. I love the $1 tent. We haven't been, I bet you we haven't been to a flea market together in, it's probably been 10 years. What year is this? It's been longer than 10 years. Because I was living in my dad's front yard in my camper while we were building a house. We used to go every month, if not more. But I told him today, I said, you know, we used to go to the flea markets together. We ought to go again. Just for fun. He said, okay, Nance. Maybe we can get my mom out. Her legs don't work. She has some type of benign vertigo where she refers to it as she's stoned 24/7 naturally, and she's just dizzy all the time, and she has like neuropathy in her feet, and her legs don't work as well. Like some days she'll go, it's a bad day, I don't want to do much, I can't do much, you know. So I mean, she's not 80 yet. My dad just turned 80, and Mom is 2 years younger than my dad. So, but she goes to this guy that does stretches her out. She says it really helps. It makes her feel good anyways. And she used to do anodyne therapy. It used to work, and now it doesn't. Anodyne therapy is this machine they put on their feet, and I think it stimulates the nervous system. When I worked in oncology at the cancer center, I referred a couple patients to this guy that did anodyne therapy when it was like new, and it worked for people who had neuropathy from chemotherapy, and then some people it didn't. So it was kind of expensive, you know, to take a risk like that, but I think now they sell the machines. My mom has a machine at the house she puts on her feet every night. I think it's an anodyne type therapy machine. La la. So me and my husband, we're probably not going to exchange gifts this year. I mean, if we do, it'll probably be something little. But I'm getting a new kitchen. At least that's what I asked for. They bark a lot. I wonder what she did that he put her inside. She did something that probably annoyed him. Usually they roll in stuff they shouldn't roll in. I don't know why they do that. Leave their scent. I do know why they do that. You know, I learn something every time I pick up these needles, and I appreciate everybody encouraging me. We had company. That's why they were barking. Nothing fancy out here. We're all in 100-year-old campers. My dad said these curtains are probably 40 years old, because I said, I think I ripped a curtain. He goes, nah, it's been ripped. They're pretty rough looking. Oh, there's one behind me, so. But you see how that has a hem on it? This one here is ripped. Oh. Wait a minute. I went too far. Went too far. Gotta tink it. The nice thing about thick yarn, it's easier to tink to frog. It doesn't, like I can do that and then put the yarn on the hook. Went too far because I was talking. And the thing about I've learned knitting is the yarn goes a lot further. You use less yarn. on projects, which shouldn't be a problem for me, right? But I think this video will be nice for a change, right? Of the other everyday yarn hauls and stuff. But I know you guys love some yarn hauls. Okay. Wish me luck at this. I would think it's kind of the same as crocheting, right? So you put it over your hook, the hook that you're taking yarn off of. I'm trying to use common sense here. So put the yarn over the hook. And then hold it together with your working yarn. I don't know if this is 100% right, but I'm certainly going to. Wait, okay. You can't put it, no, you can't put it over your hook because I'm doing knitting. So I've got the yarn here and I'm lining it up with my hooks. Okay. And I'm going to go in that yarn over and then bring it around. Doop. Yep. And kind of snug it a little bit. They don't like you to yank on your yarn when you're knitting, but I'm going to here a little bit. Go in, yarn over. I'm glad this was a knitting side and not a purl side. Because knitting's a lot easier than the purl side, you guys. I'm going to do several rows like this. Whoops. So you just knit the yarn together and eventually I'll drop it. Yeah, I'm going to drop it. And then when I come back, it'll even be more better. Yep. So I gotta sew that in, and then I'm gonna have to sew that in. The beginning and where I dropped it at. The old yarn. Now I have the new yarn. So that went smooth. See, every time I pick up the hooks, the needles, I get better. So anyone that's learning to knit, just keep going, because if I can do it, you can do it. That's for sure. And if I had a place around here that could show me knitting classes, I would take a knitting class, but we have nobody in Gainesville. The only yarn shop closed. So I guess I live in a college town. You would think, you know, knitting and crocheting is getting more popular, but not here, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Looks good. It's just here, you know, it looks good. It looks really good. Awesome. But I still want to check all every row. You want to check all your stitches and make sure you didn't go the wrong way. That's something that I find I keep doing every now and then. I'll be knitting and all of a sudden I'll do a purl, or I'm purling and I'll do. I did that last night and I had to undo like 2 rows. That was really annoying. So I think I've gotten quite far. But again, it is a number 5 bulky. Whoops. That humming in the background is the heater. I've got the heat on. It's cold. It's 40 degrees outside. And I heard Thursday it's going to drop down into the 20s. I won't be here. Hopefully I'll be home by Wednesday. I told my dad, I said, I need to get home. I got things to do. Because when he asked me to go out here with him, I didn't think of I'm thinking. I told him the night we left, I said, you know, Christmas is just around the corner, Dad. I said, I can't believe we planned this so close to Christmas. But he said, well, we'll only be gone a few days. Come here, Eddie. Eddie came in here. Here's Eddie. Hey, Eddie. You're dirty. Ew, you're dirty. You're like really dirty. Oh, yeah. No. Okay, I don't want you up here. Okay. She's a little better now that he's in here. You're a little drama queen. Looking good. Let's check my stitches. Make sure I got them all right on one side. Let's see how it looks. Nope, this is a purl. I guess I'm gonna have to get off of here because every time I talk, she starts crying. They brought her inside. If I turn around, I'll get yelled at probably. I'm not letting her out. Her daddy can let her out. Jack Russells are notorious for barking, and they don't give up. No, they don't give in. I had a Jack Russell. He lived to be 17. When I would go fishing and leave at the camp, they say my dog barked the whole time I was gone. And sometimes I was gone all day out there on the water. And they'd go, that dog? So I started taking him with me on the boat. He actually liked it on the boat. So, I mean, as long as it wasn't too hot of a day. And we had a bimini top on our old boat. That was a good boat. Now I have a deck boat. It's a good boat, but it's so much to take care of. It's a lot to wash. I wish I had my old boat. I wish my dad had his old boat. It was it was a Palm Beach. It was all fiberglass. When you get in, you bleach it, and you were done cleaning it. You know, it was just nice. And it rode nice on the water. I used to take it out all the time. I take my mom out. My dad, he's not into swimming and stuff, so he'd go, take your mother out snorkeling. And we'd go with a group of us, you know. Yeah, the good old days. You still have more to come. Why are you on my bed? You're dirty. Go look. You're dirty. Like really dirty. Send your location via satellite. You can send your location via satellite where there are no cellular and Wi-Fi networks. What? Time-sensitive notifications are always delivered immediately and remain on the lock screen for an hour. Okay. I wonder if my daughter Tiffany's looking for me or something, maybe. My child tracks everybody in the family. Yeah. Except my husband. She'll turn it on his phone and he'll turn it off. She keeps an eye on her family. She's a busybody. But it's for good reasons. Alright, well, I'm going to get off of here. I know a lot of you don't want to look at knitting because my channel is mostly for crochet, but anyways, I like to do it every now and then because I don't, it's like a bike. You get on, let's just do it. Every time I do it, I get better and better. That's getting prettier. So I guess when I saw the sweater, it's a light blue. I thought it was a white stripe. So, as I get into, I guess, the smaller panels, you'll be able to see it better, I think. But it's pretty yarn. It works up. It's really pretty. I like it. Yeah. And there's another color I have at the house. I bought 2 of. This color. Hudson Bay, but yeah, this is a number 5. I'm sure it's got wool in it. 5 ounces, 40 grams, 87 yards, and 87 yards went this far. I think was quite a lot. I mean, it's not a real big scheme, and it went pretty far. Number 6. I'm sorry, it's a number 6. Wow, 80 acrylic, 20 wool. Get your yarn straight, man. It's machine washable and dryable. It's made by Lion Brand. My Walmart has had this yarn and I've never bought it. I don't know. I'm into the bigger yarns lately. But I wanted to knit since I can't work on that wedding blanket. Yeah, I would have died if Eddie jumped up here and I was working on it just a minute ago. I would have died. Yeah, it was really dirty. So, but I'll just take this sheet off. Bye, y'all. I'll see you later. Love y'all. What are you doing, Darla?
Darla, what you doing? See, I'm stretching.
Are you stretching? Huh? Eyelashes. What are you doing, Darla? Huh? Hi, pretty girl. Can I bother you?
Oh, look at these up here. They're pink.
Oh, okay. We're coming up on